Hi, I am Anita Guru. I'm founder of The Mind Coach, and I am a qualified coach. I am a trainer, motivational speaker, and a podcaster. And a lot of what I do is centered around topics around mental well-being. And so I go into organisations and deliver workshops. I work with people one-to-one, but I also do a lot around raising awareness on different topics from mental illness, infertility, menopause, endometriosis, and that all stems from my own personal experiences. So what I do now is use that to help inform others, help educate others, but also connect with people who maybe don't feel so seen.
Yeah, an amazing work that you're doing, Anita. And I guess Speakers Collective is about challenging stigma and discrimination that exists in society. I guess where have you seen that, and how has that impacted and made you want to do the work that you do?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So for me, throughout my journey with mental illness, so I had a diagnosis of complex PTSD and a long inpatient stay, and through infertility, through endometriosis, there was a lot of stigmatization. So for me, I suppose that had the bigger impact, where I was stigmatized myself that, why am I not able to feel well? Why am I not able to have a baby? Why am I able to not move forward and just be normal? So for me, it was very much that inner critic that coming out at all times to play, and really diminishing my self-esteem, my confidence, making me feel like I need to make myself smaller because I don't belong and I don't have a right to ask for things because I don't feel like a valuable member in society, in family. And I know obviously there's a lot around society's norms, expectations and narratives that are driving some of this stuff and will feed into some of those sort of limiting beliefs. And that really, I think, shook my mental health as well, where you feel like you can't speak up, you feel like you can't, say what is happening because you feel this is not normal, this is not right. People might think I'm weird or might treat me differently or validate that I'm not a decent human being, when really it's the complete opposite. Is when I have started to come out, that's where my confidence, my self-esteem has grown and helped me to actually lose some of those shackles of shame as well, because that's a big part of any of this journey. So for me, that's a real big important part, is letting go of some of that shame that doesn't really belong to me.
Yeah, and you've done an incredible job of sharing your experiences to kind of change people's understandings and perceptions of so many different things that you've mentioned there, that does reduce that stigma that exists around some quite difficult topics that you talk about, and it's just incredible to see. Also, with Speakers Collective, we really are about community, and I'm interested to know what role community has played in your journey, and also being part of the Speakers Collective community.
If you look through my WhatsApp, you'll see the amount of networks and communities that I'm part of. And for me, community has been massive in connecting with people who just get it, who you don't have to, break it down for them about what it feels like to experience something. They just get it, or they've had a similar experience. So there's a level of connection there which can't really be simulated unless you have had similar experiences. So for me, through Speakers Collective, it's been a massive way of connecting with others, being able to be really truly my whole self, be vulnerable in moments and felt held, felt seen, felt supported. And so for me, community is real important, especially when it comes to things like mental illness, because like I was going back to the self-stigmatization, those kind of spaces help to reduce some of that and help you just feel like, actually, this is everyday life. This is not abnormal.
Yeah, well, yeah, again, it is everyday life, and it is by, hopefully having safe spaces to be able to share some of these things as well, to make you realize that some of these feelings that, it's not just you. Yeah, it's a true honor to have you in the Speakers Collective and see all of the work that you're doing that is helping so many other people. And I'm glad that also the community of the Speakers Collective is also holding you as well when you need it as well. So again, just really nice to hear a little bit more about the work you're doing. And thanks so much for being part of the Speakers Collective.
Thank you.